Start streaming. So we're now streaming. Status. So start the event. So follow the green lights. So when they kick off, we're going to hit that first half. Clock will start. And then I'll go to the scoring.
Just like that.
Pretty less delay.
Yeah, no, it is. Okay.
So the other thing is then I find my rhythm also on my break here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, so you don't want it
tell
to
me
sort of
when.
move itself, but you want it to sort of make it easy for
Yeah,
a smooth
okay.
for a smooth.
Right.
And this is something that sometimes it takes me a bit to remember, which is that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was like. I'm like, am I zooming in? Am I zooming out?
So sometimes I might do it slowly a couple of times. You can actually change it. I record both, so
Billy,
copy the still remember
you ready,
There's
Billy?
lots to think about actually,
Yeah.
but that's okay. We'll get there.
When are we going? Billy?
For the next little while. So when the game starts and you're streaming,
Yep.
can you talk or no?
Yep.
Are we ready? Ready to go. E te tā nā mai rā. Welcome to the Gully Field here at New Plymouth Boys High School for today's Super 8 first 15 match between the host school New Plymouth Boys High and Napier Boys High. Napier will be playing their final Super 8 fixture, but for New Plymouth Boys High there is one more game after this against Rotorua Boys High next week, also to be live streamed here in New Plymouth. Each school has a proud rugby culture and history, and have produced many fine sportsmen, not just quality rugby players, in the many sporting opportunities that both schools provide for their students. This live stream match is brought to you through the New Zealand Sports Collective in partnership with Maori TV, so it's a special thanks to their sponsors, Caltex, Pure Athletic and New Zealand Carbon Farming. It is through this network and live stream coverage that many other sports played in New Zealand secondary schools will gain recognition and foster an increasing awareness of the values of sport and Maori culture. Rightio, looking at the weather conditions for today's game, as we can see on screen, it's a nice fine day here in New Plymouth. There's not too much wind, the ground looks in pretty good conditions, and I'm expecting there'll be a free-flowing game of rugby today. A win today for either team will secure them 4 match points. A draw, 2 points, a differential of less than 7 will gain them 1 point, and should 4 tries or more be scored, an additional point. This is the Super 8 competition points table. We're down to the final 2 matches of this competition. Hamilton are currently in first place on 25 match points. Napier has 17, Hastings 16 and Rotorua 14. So there's plenty of incentives for the Napier side to perform well today to give them a chance to be in the final in a couple of weeks' time. New Plymouth, however, are out of contention for a top 2 finish this year, but with their home advantage and a desire to complete their final 2 matches in style, will be a formidable challenge today. Other important matches today that are also going to be live streamed on Maori TV and YouTube: Hamilton vs Gisborne, Rotorua vs Palmerston North Boys High, and Tauranga vs Hastings. So we shall now move on to the teams for today's match. We await the teams to come onto the field. For the Napier Boys High team, they will be in the front row: Tasman Soana Oiti, he'll be the loose head. Gus Brown will be the tight head. Tyrone Crystal will be the hooker. Their locking partnership will be Cade Barmhan and Angus Prouting. George Manson will be the number 6. Matt Ratcliffe will be number 7. And the number 8 will be Jared Martin. At halfback, Joel Russell will be there. At 10, Corey Burkett. Good strong midfield combination, CJ Miani and Adam Curran. The left wing will be Corey Payao. and Sid Drinker over the right wing with Josh Augustine at the fullback. Moving on to the New Plymouth Boys High School team, Patrick Howlett will be the loose head prop, Jacob Hart the tight head prop, and Arwin Leah Tuafi will be the hooker. Sean O'Sullivan and Bo Parry will form the locking combination. Jacob Mitchell at number 6, Harry Theodore will be the open side flanker, and Reeve Nelly will fill up the back of the scrum as number 8. Taiahu Milden will be the halfback. Cullen Tito will call the shots from number 10. Strong midfield combination with Samuela Bakadula and Jaden Anaha would be the midfield combination. The left wing, Zed Stewart Cranston, and the right wing, Ramsey Achong, and the fullback will be Liam Day. So as we await the teams onto the field, as I said earlier, this is the final match for the Napier Boys High team. It's the penultimate match for the New Plymouth Boys High team. They have a match next week against Rotorua Boys High, also being played here at the Gully. So as we see now the Napier Boys team coming onto the field. I'm not sure who their captain will be right now, but we'll pick that jersey number up shortly as they come into the field. The hakas will be performed very shortly, a traditional aspect of secondary school rugby. So the Napier team will get into a huddle very shortly and have their final words of wisdom and prepare for their haka. New Plymouth, we are awaiting the New Plymouth team to come down the tunnel, as we call it here at New Plymouth Boys High, and come through the goalposts where the New Plymouth Boys High under 15 team will be the guard of honour as they run through. Just while we await these teams, the Napier team have had a pretty good Super 8 campaign so far. They've played 6 matches. This is the last one for the season. They have won 4, lost 2. The Plymouth Boys High, on the other hand, have just had the 5 matches played. They've just had the 1 victory and losing 4. But they had a very, very important victory recently against Gisborne Boys High. It's their first win over at the Rectory Field. And New Plymouth Boys High School this year are celebrating their 140th year of an existence at the Labour weekend. So any New Plymouth Boys High School staff member or pupil keen to register, make sure you get along and register for that event. Promises to be a very good weekend. Napier Boys High School also in their 150th year of existence. They had a major jubilee function recently against Palmerston North Boys High School, which they won 22-18 to gain or regain the Paulson banner in their 150th year reunion. As the New Plymouth Boys High School team now, they are coming down the tunnel, soon to appear on the field. They're coming through the tunnel and through the guard of honour. The under 15 team of New Plymouth Boys High School are clapping them through, and very shortly we will have the traditional hakas from both teams. We'll make sure that we're very quiet during that so that you can all witness the special hakas that both teams provide. Plenty of culture and plenty of tradition. Rightio, the hakas have been completed. The referee for today's game is Cam Hurley, Kaiwa Waiao. So he'll be given the opportunity to referee this Super 8 fixture. Very promising a referee in the province. The players immediately now go into the huddle and have their final messages of wisdom and encouragement from their captain and leadership group as we're getting ready to start this match. Plymouth Boys High School in their traditional black and white stripes will be playing from right to left. Napier in their sky blue and white shorts playing from left to right as you see on the screen. 35 minutes of running time per half in Super 8 fixtures. Callum Tito just getting ready to kick off. Game on. Angus Crowding took that ball in for Napier. They move it off on the short side here, looking for their first attacking strike. Pick and go through the middle, testing New Plymouth Boys High's defence early on. First penalty, tap and go. Napier trying to test New Plymouth Boys High's defence early on. Good strong running from the pod there as they take it into the contact zone. Pick and go on the short side, he's broken through. Can he pop up his pass? Yes he can, good continuity here. Napier surging toward the try line. Can't pick up the numbers on their backs right now, but as we go to the short side yet again, goes to ground. Looking for their runners, a backdoor play here as they move it wide. Line defence from New Plymouth is right up in the, cutting down their space and time. Good surge coming through from the Napier forward runner there. They can go through the middle. This looks promising for Napier. Can he offload or he's going to go all the way himself? He's held up right on the try line. Referee Cam Hurley has said we'll come back for that earlier infringement. But Napier already showing that they're keen to move the ball and pick and go through the middle, and they've got some strong ball players. Good support play already testing the defence and the resolve of the New Plymouth side. So as we set down the first scrum, no Noki of this match today. The halfback for the Napier side, Joel Russell, he's got over 30 caps for the team. So he's an experienced halfback that's probably at least 2 seasons or more just into perhaps the 3rd season within the team. Good attacking position from the scrum. Nice steady scrum from Napier as they move it off on the short side. The halfback is running at will. Now they go to ground. Same way attack. Yet again, short side attack. Stretching New Plymouth defence out wide. Now they come on the open side, but a turnover. Chance for New Plymouth to attack. Good 2 passes wide and away they go. Right down the far side. As the rain starts to come in just as we've started this match. Good turnover there from the Napier Boys High team as they get a chance to play with the ball again. Good strong leg drive in that pod as they take it forward a few metres. Good backdoor play. Nice high kick there. There was a knock on from the New Plymouth Boys High defender. Napier clearly showing their intentions early on in this game to apply some pressure to the New Plymouth defence and get on attack and use some variations and just run to the line and put players into space. Nice close-up action shot of the scrum as Joel Russell at the back. No, they're going to go on the short side through their number 8, Jared Martin. Pressing an advantage down the short side. Look for them to attack perhaps back on the open side now as they pick and go. Keeping it close to the base of the ruck. Testing the forward defence from New Plymouth. Yet again a nice latch on and drive forward, but the ball's been popped up. Good turnover there. Rero Hungy, good turnover for the New Plymouth team there as they secured that ball. They'll be happy about that because they haven't had too much ball to play with just in the first 5, 7, 8 minutes of this game. New Plymouth has been forced to defend for all of this time. Napier applying a lot of pressure. From their perspective, they need to win and get 4 tries or more to give them a chance of making the final in a couple of weeks' time, and that would be their intention today, to not only try and win this match but finish the season well, but get 4 tries. So they've certainly been looking to get across the line when they have the ball and apply some pressure to the New Plymouth team. They've got a very powerful front row and forward pack with lots of experience, many caps in there. George Manson at number 6, 30 plus caps for the side. Max Ratcliffe, 40 plus caps. And Jared Martin at number 8, 30 plus. So they're a very experienced back row for the Napier team. Okay, so it is Corey Burkett running to the line, but he's been taken in a tackle. Opportunity now out wide if they can spin it. Napier have this penalty, and I think they'll go for the scrum, which it seems as though they've indicated to Cam Hurley they will do. So I know Noki is being called for.
Yeah, I did.
I'm not saying it always works.
They have their backline players spread out on both sides of the pitch from this midfield scrum. Could go any which way. Good shot there from New Plymouth, but unable to secure themselves the ball. Pick and go from the Napier forward there. Pick and go again, getting closer and closer to the try line. They're latching on, but good driving back from New Plymouth. They're resisting that onslaught well. We'll go a bit wider now, looking for some outside shoulders, and he's getting close to the line. They're all trying to get over, and yes, they have now, I believe. The first try of this afternoon's match. We'll wait till you see when he comes up on the number on his back, but we can't quite pick that out. But they'll take the first try. It would be a forward try. Well done, Napier. You've been on attack right from the start, and you deserve that try. So just while we're awaiting the conversion to be attempted, the Napier first 15, apart from their Super 8 games, they've played Fielding High School. They won 22-7. Scots College, they won 33-17. Wellington College, 52-7. And St. Pat's Town, 43-5. So in those games that are non-Super 8, they've surely shown their competence and have had a good season. This is their final game of the season though. They've scored the try. Ahead 5-0. And Corey Burkett has converted it. So they go ahead 7-0. And on balance, you have to say, deserve to be ahead. They've had all of the attack. They've shown good skill, good continuity, good forward drive in the contact zone. And it's the turn now of New Plymouth to see what they can do. They haven't had their hands on the ball much so far. Very steady, controlled exit strategy there from the Napier side. So it will be Arwen Leah Tuafi. He will throw into this line out now. It's a 4-man, 5-man line out. They've chosen a shorter line out. Unfortunately not for them, they could regain that ball. Good powerful run there from Jared Martin at number 8. He urges his forwards to come with him. It's on the deck now and the backs get a chance to play. Almost going to be an intercept if they manage to get through there from the New Plymouth player, but the Napier side continue to march forward on the far side. Another strong surge coming, playing off 9, their halfback with the forward pack. Pick and go through the middle from their halfback, Joel Russell. Another short side attack. Napier attacking here now, getting closer and closer. Pick and go through the middle. Good strip there from New Plymouth. There was a good strip there from New Plymouth player, but unable to take advantage of that. Second real kickable penalty, but the Napier side have chosen not to take that option. So they've chosen to have a line out about 5 metres from the Plymouth try line. They're assessing their options as they walk slowly in. Well, not quite. There's a small breakage of play, so we have an injury at the moment to a player. But the Napier forward pack have got together in a huddle and are assessing what line-out play they will use. It's been a very good match so far. Napier have had most of the possession, and it's been good possession, good field position as well. And ahead on the scoreboard, 7-0. New Plymouth have hardly had any possession or position. And yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle so far, but they've defended fairly well. But they're into a big contest now with this line out, soon to happen. Napier already shown they've got some very powerful forwards. The mocking partnership, Cade Burnham, Parnham and Angus Prouting. Big, strong, powerful lads, as with their number 8, Jared Martin. It's taken down and they set them all. Well structured here as they march it forward, grabbing across towards the goalpost. Trying to give themselves a bit of space if they want to move it again, but the forwards in control at the moment. And checking with the referee. Cam Hurley has said we'll hold that up. So well done, New Plymouth. You held them up over the line.
Best call he's made all day. Best call he's made all day.
We have another injury break to one of the New Plymouth forwards. So as the camera scans away from that player injured, and no one likes to see a player injured, obviously in a contact sport such as rugby, there will be the odd injury from time to time.
Especially in this level. There's certain things that you can't do for schoolboy rugby. So somebody tells you, stand away from it. If there's a fight, stand away from it.
Ian, like we have been on the street, he's staying away
Well, that depends.
from using no. Can you get that?
Get on a wide view.
Radio back to the action. So it's a dropout from New Plymouth. Napier now have a chance with the ball yet again. Trying to put someone into space. Good close-up action now as we go into the breakdown zone. Running wide. Out of that pot as they lay it back nicely now. Good close running. One off runner close to the ruck again. Plymouth caught offside at the base of that ruck. Your line speed has to be accurate and quick, but just getting off the line a bit too quick on that occasion. So yet again we'll have a kick to touch. Corey Burkett, their number 10. So we get some close-up action of this line out. They walk in, number 7, Max Radcliffe, looking at the halfback position as they take it deep, but well stolen there from the Plymouth team. Well done, New Plymouth. And they're not going to do anything silly with the ball, so they kick it downtown, but it's given a counter-attack opportunity for Napier. Plenty of time there for the New Plymouth catcher to take that ball. He wasn't under any real pressure, and it was Callum Tito, so he will take this kick and get downtown a few more metres. New Plymouth are only living off the scraps that they've been getting in at the moment in this game, not getting any real chances to show their attacking flair. They haven't had much ball, neither have they had much field position. Napier yet again. Good backdoor play here, face ball. As they spread it wide through Adam Curran. Gus Brown taking it up the tight head prop for Napier. Good backdoor play, getting the forwards and backs into action as they need some strong resistance. The Plymouth defence is not allowing them to get any line breaks just yet. Another one-off runner close to the ruck. Yet again, they're going to use their forwards to try and get some bruising attacks on the Plymouth defence, but good breakout here from the halfback. He got a nice pop ball off that forward runner. Napier getting close to the try line. Yet again, Joel Russell taking a small snipe on the short side. looking go from Napier. It's been very effective so far. They're latching on. Referee Cam Hurley's come back. Cam Hurley, sorry, come back for a earlier infringement. Yet again, off the line too quick. So it's time for Cam Hurley to have a word to the New Plymouth side. The penalty has been awarded. Very kickable position. Yet again, they're not going to take the shot for goal. They're clearly showing their intent. They want to attack every opportunity they can. As I said earlier, they're looking for 4 tries and a win today to give them a chance to be in the final, or at least be in a position to compete for the final. This is their final game. And the other contenders, Rotorua and Hastings, have 2 games yet to play, and they're on the march to try and get there as well. Nice line out take there from the New Plymouth team. They're right on the defensive line though. Callum Tito left with very little option to park it downtown. Gives Napier a chance to attack out wide. Yes, they have. Cut out pass. Defence is coming at him though. Good scramble defence there from the New Plymouth team. Ramsey Chong and Liam Day got across there and shut down that attack. Good barge there through the from the New Plymouth player. Didn't quite pick out who that was. But he's gained an injury at the contact zone. So as I said earlier, in the Super 8 competition, there's 8 schools in the Central North Island that play this every year. It's not just rugby. Second 15 is played as well, and other sports. And it's a very, very keenly contested competition. Hamilton are clearly out in the lead at the moment with 25 points. And the chasing pack is Napier, Rotorua and Hastings to obtain a final in 2 weeks' time. Hamilton, as a lot of people may know, are the current holders of the Moaska Cup, and clearly a very strong rugby school. They've won the Super 8 competition many times in the past 10-15 years and have always produced quality players. But so too have Napier and New Plymouth Boys High School. They're both known as traditional rugby schools, and they've produced many fine players over the years, including All Blacks and Sevens players and Maori All Blacks. And they have very, very good rugby programs, both schools, encouraging the players and the students in the school to play the game and get good coaching right throughout the under 15, second 15, junior grades. And they deserve all the accolades they get. Right, back to the action. And that injured player, we don't know who that is, but unfortunately is being removed from the field, so he will get back to the action. But he is able to be assisted, so it cannot be too serious. So it's about 23 minutes of running time, as you can see from the far scoreboard down by the changing facilities, as New Plymouth now, just when they're looking to get a chance to attack with the ball, it's been spilled forward. Lost opportunity there. Must be fairly frustrating for the New Plymouth side. They haven't had any chances to play with the ball. They've had to defend, and they have defended very well up to this point. Napier side lined out here as though they wish to attack. On the set piece, the scrum. This Nanoki, the scrum as Joel Russell. Plymouth putting on a bit of shunt to try and make it untidy. Yes, they've disturbed the ball, but not to be. Quick tap and go from Napier. So here's scrum now again to the Napier team. The rain is now starting to pelt down. We didn't expect too much of it, but this could change things a little bit. We started off in fine weather, but the rain is coming down now quite strongly. Let's hope it's just a passing shower and we can they can get back to some good running rugby. Plymouth competing well on the scrum, yet again making it untidy. But they'll regain that put into the scrum themselves. Very good example there of a good shunt coming in from the New Plymouth pack. They'll be pleased with that effort.
No drink today, mate.
They managed to get Napier back pedaling there and put the halfback under all kinds of pressure. So it's now their turn to feed the scrum. Very good turnover, a re-wronger. Re-wronger there from New Plymouth Boys High School. Plymouth facing under a bit of pressure there. They bring it into Samuela Vakadula, and he's been monstered in a big tackle. Good drive coming forward there by the New Plymouth boys. Not sure what that could be if the referee's given his call. It may well be holding on the ruck, not releasing the ball when he went to the deck. Yet again, a small stoppage in play. 27 minutes of running time, as you can see. Napier Boys High School ahead 7 points to 0. Passing shower has indeed passed as we now go to yet another line out. Tyrone Crystal, 30 plus caps in the Napier first 15, about to throw in. Max Radcliffe with 40 plus caps in the halfback position. that would indicate perhaps we're going to have a drive. We shall wait and see. Unable to be taken cleanly. Good line-out pressure applied there from New Plymouth. And the opportunities that the Napier side have had in the first half, they've had many, but the New Plymouth side has been equal to the task, and they've certainly shut them down on many occasions. They've had many scoring opportunities, but the scoreboard, as you can see, is only 7 points to 0. So well done, New Plymouth. You've kept them at bay. Now's your chance with the ball. Good steady scrum. Samuela Bakadula on that occasion not able to secure the ball as it now comes out on the open side for Napier. They haven't got a clear advantage though. Good scrambling defence, shut that down. Couple more one-off runners. Now they're on the short side. They can go through the middle.
Oh, yellow card, Kip.
It looks like we've got a yellow card. One of the boys' high school players from New Plymouth has been yellow carded, maybe for a continual infringement there. So New Plymouth will need to have to play only with the 14 players for the next 10 minutes. And they will probably take us through to half time, 35 minutes per half in Super 8 fixtures. We've had around about 30 minutes as the Napier hooker, Tyrone Crystal. And that was a clear case of balking, so they kept the player up in the air and the referee correctly penalised them. Didn't allow Tyrone Crystal to get a throw to the line out. So from this Nonoko, what can Napier conjure up? Napier under a bit of pressure at the back of that ruck from the scrum. They certainly don't have the dominance that they had earlier on in the scrum. The New Plymouth boys are certainly matching them in this department, and Napier's not getting a clean delivery to allow them to attack.
Yeah.
Right there, as the scrums get set, we get a closer up action of shot of this. Napier being shunted back. Cam Healy has decided that they've, I guess, come in from an angle and squeezed the front row, but there's a penalty. Corey Burkett, as he's done quite often this game, is kick for touch, but they haven't been able to get their line out to function 100% at the crucial moments, and this is one of them now. They've got to get the first job done before they can set a pattern that they wish to play from. First job done well as they take it down, but it's been quickly taken to the ground. Napier yet again going to try and work their forwards around the fringes. Good scramble defence from New Plymouth.
Flag up. Flag up.
Referee does have his flag up, so they'll go back to the touch. Yet again, Napier just not getting able to get. Napier not able to strike from that line out that had most of the possession in the first half. They've only got the one try on the scoreboard. Well done, New Plymouth. You stopped them in their tracks. Nice line out take there as New Plymouth try to attack from their own goal line. A bit risky as they're being held up. Line defence was too quick off the mark there from Napier, so they've been penalised.
Yes.
Welcome opportunity for Cullen Tito to get the ball downtown and try and give them a chance to play with the ball yet again. Arvin Leo Tuffy. Nice clean take in the middle there from Bo Parry as they set the ball into the midfield. This is a good chance to attack now. Good pick and go through the middle. Samuela Vakadula, all he's got to do is find some support players. The defence is coming at him though. Yeah, here's the chance for New Plymouth. Liam Day, I think, has found some space out wide. This is good, New Plymouth, keep it up. Short side attack. Applying real pressure now to Napier. Well, what we saw there was New Plymouth's first opportunity, real opportunity with the ball. And Samuela Vakadula, he's had the second and third year in the first 15 from that breakdown, just pick and go through the middle, looking for support players on his shoulder, but couldn't quite get them when he needed. Then the line defence from the Napier side was up far too quick, and penalty ensured. New Plymouth on the attack though. Just goes to show you that when you get some ball, New Plymouth have the players who can attack and really tested the Napier's defence there. We are almost at the half-time stage. It's a nice line out take there from Bo Parry yet again as they get them all going forward. This is really testing Napier's defence. There's probably a few minutes of extra time. The referee obviously is the sole judge there. We have had some injuries and there is some more time on the clock. It's a bit wet underfoot out there at the moment too, which I think is affecting the scrums. Maybe one or two of the players haven't got long sprigs on and they're just struggling to get their footing, and one or two scrums have been moved around a bit. Good shunt coming in from New Plymouth there. Good shunt coming in. The whole 8 pack were involved there in unison. So we'll go to a reset. Yet again, a penalty at scrum time has given Napier the chance now. No doubt they'll be talking to the ref as to how much time is left on the clock in the first half, but They look as though they're going to be going for the touch, and we obviously do have some more time on the clock. No indication yet that it's half time. Okay, we have a shortened line out for Napier now as they come in. Yet again, short arm penalty, tap and go. Napier on the attack now. Trying to punch through the middle. Same way attack, that would be Jared Martin, using his powerful frame to make a few metres. Still running time on the clock. Obviously there has been a replacement on for Napier, number 19, Khan Stevenson on the right wing down here. Beg your pardon, it's 14. My mistake, no, there has been no replacement there, Sid Drinkrow. Five-man line out for New Plymouth Boys High. So where's the ball going? They've had a couple of movements there, it's going deep. Samuela Vakadula has picked that ball up as they go on to the same way attack now, New Plymouth. Looking for an opportunity to find some space. Short side attack here looks promising. If they can offload. Now we go on the open side. It's Napier's turn now to feel a bit of heat from the pressure applied from New Plymouth. Plymouth have defended very well in the first half, and when they've had the opportunity with the ball, they've attacked well as well. So I think there'll be some stern words chosen at half time for the Napier side. They've had many opportunities lost, but a very encouraging first half from New Plymouth. So as we go to the half-time break, it's Napier Boys High leading New Plymouth by 7 points to 0. Be back in a few minutes.
Making it simple like
Very good. Well, I'm not 100% sure. I mean, John will be able to tell you what's going on there.
you're not heavy either.
No, he's not.
Well, Hamish has said he's obviously decided he's going to hang on the dominant front.
They competed well, mate. You know, 7-0.
It should be 20 nil, mate.
Oh, exactly. They've had a lot of possession, Nathan.
Yeah.
Hey, they've had it all.
Yeah.
I'll give him his dues. What possession we have had has been consistent with his offside. But, yes.
You know, there's that little breakaway up here. I was like, this is the first time Lisa took his camera that way.
Pretty much.
The camera's good, mate. Really good, really good. Now they're getting closer to the... I still can't pick up some of the numbers, mate. I don't know why it is, but...
I was watching some of the sevens last night, and one of the teams, I can't remember who it was, the numbers, she might be Malaysia, and couldn't even see the numbers on the back of the jerseys until they got really close to them.
Yeah.
You know, it's really hard to go through.
Yeah.
You've been watching much of the Commonwealth Games since it started?
Sevens last night, I fell asleep and then I woke up and still going.
Yeah.
I watched the women's. I haven't had it in many. Yeah, maybe not.
Oh, we only just beat Samoa. Sweden.
Oh, right.
1917, we must have just won the top.
Mind you, Samoa got 18 points.
Slot on, eh?
Franklin and came back.
So are they through now?
Yeah, they're close.
Yeah.
They've still got 2 games to go.
Yeah.
Because they got 2 out. And New Zealand 3.
Oh, cool.
3-1, 3-1.
Yeah.
I see halfway through the fourth quarter, if we play and then there's the 2 penalties against them. Yes, Gil fouls.
Every player.
2 fouls. Every player gets 2 fouls and gets at least.
It's amazing how
That guy,
3 key guys and
he had a punch up and then just see that?
No.
He was got there. Crowded house. Oh, yeah.
oh, is it? It's amazing how 2 or 3 guys have turned it around, you know, last
Want to give it a go?
What? You're gonna have to.
So what you got to remember is that going out to the short push on this road. And like you see me going seconds going. So like you jump.
Okay.
But hold at the start. You
Right.
Okay.
you use the shot.
That's out and it's in.
Yeah, I did too.
Yes.
He was unlucky. Yeah.
Rightio, the coaches have had their half-time talk to their respective teams as we await now the second half.
He had a crack at him just before he hit the stand down.
Napier ahead on the scoreboard, 7 points to 0 at this stage. The sun is now coming out, and I'm looking for a better performance from Napier in the second half. I'd imagine their coaches would have drilled them down as to what they were doing wrong, but equally so, New Plymouth have defended well and superbly on a couple of occasions, and the score could well have been a lot more than 7 points to 0. So well done, New Plymouth. Your defence has been good. Now, if you get your hands on the ball, what can you do on attack? Napier, on the other hand, we just had a few errors to correct in the first half. So we're in for a very good second half, I believe.
One of our girls got
Game on, 35 minutes. Last game for Napier Boys High for the season. Nice takedown there by Sean O'Sullivan as New Plymouth now look to attack. Getting strong resistance from Napier in defence there. Box kick from Tohalo Milden as halfback for New Plymouth. Napier on the attack now, good backdoor play as they go wide. Nice little pop pass there to put one of their forward players into space, but not quite. So they change direction, throwing the ball around here. Napier looking to attack on the short side. That's Max Radcliffe. Took the ball into the breakdown, but New Plymouth counter-rucking pretty well and securing a good turnover there. Good strong defence coming at New Plymouth, but it's secured now by Napier. Fortuitously, I must say, but well, she was all action there. There could have been an intercept there and could well have been a opportunity there, but it wasn't to be.
Okay.
It's been very physical out there in the centre of this paddock, this famous gully ground. One of the best viewing opportunities to commentate on a game, the gully ground, the famous gully ground at New Plymouth Boys High.
Give it a go. See how we do.
So we've just been 2 minutes into the second half. No change to the score at 7 points to 0 for the Napier team. Rightio, back to the action. That injured player has been attended to. Cam Hurley not too happy about how these scrums are setting up, so he's stepping in and having a couple of words to the front rows. They will reset this Nonoki again. Taiaho Milden is the halfback for the New Plymouth team, awaiting the chance to feed the scrum. But yet again, another reset. Righty, let's try again from this scrum. Pretty untidy ball, but it's been secured from Napier. Good turnover there as Napier tried to attack. Good speed here, Teddy from there. Outside player for Napier as they go into the breakdown zone. Pick and go off the short side, but he's been shunted out to touch, but very good Teddy there, speed shown from the Napier player as he skipped down the short side, getting his team into a good field position to attack from. But equally so, New Plymouth, very resolute on defence. Good scramble D there to shut down that play. At the back of the scrum there is into the hands of Vakadula. He's got good leg drive, pumping up, 5, 6, 7 metres. Napier trying to hold him up and trying to secure the scrum feed. Good exit strategy there from New Plymouth.
Let the zoom in do this.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
So Napier have chosen a 5-man line out. Clearly not straight, you can see that from our camera angle here. It's just not working for them at the moment, the Napier team in those line outs. Good defence coming from New Plymouth though, which is putting the pressure on. So we're going to have some replacements coming on, it appears. And if the jersey number is correct, jersey 21 for New Plymouth Boys High would be Jack Wiseman coming on to the right winger here. That being the case, he would have replaced Ramsey Chong. So Milden into Samuano Vakadula, taking down in a very good tackle at midfield. Plymouth with the ball. Good leg drive shown as they get 2 or 3 metres up down the track. Galamtino picked that ball up well. Another sub appears to be coming on. I'll pick his number up in a minute, but he certainly got orange coloured boots. Could be the halfback, so it looks like Tialo Milden has been replaced, and that could well be Harry Fever. Napier now with a chance with the ball. They decide to hoist a very high kick. Teeny taken from New Plymouth. Tito will go for field position. Good Teddy used there, good speed, but taken well on the tackle. New Plymouth off the line speed, very good this time. Shutting down Napier. Good league drive there from Jared Martin. Making good 2 or 3 metres, click and go through the middle. Slow ball, so Napier have to go again through the middle. Napier persisting on those one-off runners, trying to turn the New Plymouth team around on defence. We can go yet again. Now it's the turn of the Napier backs to have a crack with the ball. Clean line break there. Can he find his support players? Nicely tackled though. Napier on the surge here. They're getting closer and closer. Pick and go to the try line. And what's the referee say here? I'm not quite sure. I think we'll find that is a try. They're walking back as though it is. So a nice forward orientated try there from one of their bruising forwards. The pick and go just continued on and on. That's the second try of this afternoon's match. As I said earlier, for Napier to be in the chance to be in the final in a couple of weeks, they need to get 4 tries or more and win this game. New Plymouth unfortunately out of contention for a top 2 finish in the Super 8 competition this year, but they're playing very, very gallantly this afternoon. And hopefully they can get a bit more ball to play with and have a real chance to attack. But it's Corey Burkett now. Try and convert this try. Not able to do so, so the score remains Napier Boys High School 12, New Plymouth Boys High School yet to score. Nice high kickoff from Callum Tito. Napier player not prepared to go forward and collect that ball, so he's under all kinds of pressure. 10 metres out from his try line. They do have the ball secured at the back of the ruck though. And a pretty important exit clearance there from the halfback. Napier have also had another replacement in the forwards. Not sure of his number yet or position. Could well be Tuli Falievo. He's got 30 plus caps in the Napier first 15, so could be an experienced forward to bring on. Chance for New Plymouth now from this short arm penalty. So they've decided to go for the scrum. You Plymouth have a good midfield combination of Samuela Vakadula and Jaden Underhard. If they can get the ball, they will test the Napier defence. They haven't had too many chances with the ball yet. But let's see what happens from the scrum. Going short side, a good attack there. Little kick and chase. Caught on the goal line. You can sense that happening. The Plymouth Boys High side, one of their players just moved over to allow a 2-on-1 overlap. Little chip in behind that just couldn't quite gather, but Napier now under a bit of pressure from the scrum. They're right on their goal line. But it will be New Plymouth to feed the scrum. Harry Fever has come on as the halfback replacement. Son of Craig Fever. Scrum under all kinds of pressure, but they do get it cleared to Callum Tito. Samuela Vakadula trying to find his support player. What can they do from here? Coming back onto the open side. Try and pick up those numbers as they go to ground. Nice little tip-on ball there. Getting closer and closer. Another pick and go, but Napier trying to hold them up. They have gone to ground now. But it has been turned over. Well done, Napier. You got the ball off New Plymouth. Napier under all kinds of pressure there as they were going backwards, but yet again Cam Hurley has decided there was a penalty to be called for. While we wait the kick for Corey Burkett to the touch, it's worth mentioning New Plymouth Boys High in their first 15 competition this year. They played Westlake High School. They lost 6-10. They beat Gisborne Boys High School 29-14, the first time they've ever done that over at the Rectory Field. They had a good game against Wanganui Collegiate, winning 35-17, a close game against Auckland Grammar, losing unfortunately 19-17. They won the crosstown rival match against Francis Douglas 29-19. They beat Silverstream 20 points to 17. So in the non-Super 8 games, they've had a pretty good season. It's just they've come up against some very powerful teams in the Super 8 competition and just haven't been able to get the victories they'd like. There have been some close games though, and they've had a fairly good season they'll be pleased with. But it's now the line out that Napier will throw into. Good contest going on there at the front of the lineup, but Napier have it. They'll move it into the midfield, looking for a chance to strike. Staying on their feet as long as they can as they drive into this contact zone. Napier appear to have it, yes they do. William Day, I think, took that ball as he took it into contact. Sean O'Sullivan taking it forward a few metres. Yet again, another Nonoki scrum. Good close-up action shot there of the scrum.
Yeah, no, we didn't go along today. We went up on the top of Hoppy Rangiora and then dropped down Deeper Park. So whereabouts on So Wairiki School.
Good steady scrum this time from Napier as they move it into the midfield. Good backdoor play, looking for some chances out wide, but the defence is right up there and shut that play down. Yet again, good scramble defence and good one-on-one defence from the New Plymouth midfield. Not allowing the Napier side to get those offloads or get the line break. Yet again, a shortened line out. Going to number 2 on the line out. Yes, good take from. Let's move on to the good tackle coming in there. Good tackle from the Napier players. He shut down the New Plymouth attack. Napier have the ball though on the far side of the field. They'll attempt to bring it back on the open side. Short side grubber in behind. Napier looking to attack, but taking in a very strong tackle there. Very physical contest going on here this afternoon, and there have been some good rutu, which is tackles, good tackles being made, and just showing the resolve both teams have to try and prevent attacks from getting more than 3 or 4 phases. So it's a very good contest out here. Napier ahead on the scoreboard, 12-0. Tyrone Crystal looking for the Napier side, lining up to throw in. Gone deep this time off the top. Running to the line strongly. Quick ball is needed now. There'll be Tilia Falivia. Short side attack now, trying to find some spaces close into the ruck. Not able to do so. Good defence, New Plymouth, you're shutting them down. Try on the short side again. Napier edging closer and closer. A couple of players, maybe the captain's being called out now to have a little chat. There has been a penalty awarded though to the Napier team. Napier yet again showing their intent not to go for the goalpost. They want the 4-try victory, which will give them a chance to be in the, well, a chance to race for the final. There's still other games being played that may prevent that happening, but they have had 5 wins in the Super 8 competition out of their 7 that have been played. Beg your pardon, 6 that have been played. This is their final game of the season. He's going backwards, that player, and he's met with some good resistance as he takes it into the wall. Well done, New Plymouth, you held him up. You have the scrum feed. Rightio, the scrum is being set. New Plymouth to feed. Plymouth now facing a bit of heat at the back of the scrum, but it's still able to be cleared on the short side. Just not being able to make too much, traction there and get some yardage. So Napier will now have this scrum. Joel Russell, halfback for the Napier team with over 30 caps, about to feed the scrum. Reasonably experienced halfback. Open side attack we go now, running strongly to the line, looking for an offload. Met with a strong tackle, so they'll come off on the short side. Good switch of direction. Plymouth defence though up to it, shutting them down whenever they get to a chance to attack. So Cam Hurley is the referee for today's game, having a chat to his touch judge.
Yellow card coming up.
He's calling the captain, I believe, which will be number 7, Max Ratcliffe. He's got 40 plus caps for the Napier team. Having a chat here. I haven't seen him go. Yes, he has. His hand's gone in his pocket. He's been given a red card. Not a yellow, a red card. So Napier will be playing with 14 men for the remainder of this match. Huge blow to the Napier side for that infringement. But it was deemed to be worthy of a red card, so he won't see any further action. There's the chance for Napier to take advantage of that misdemeanour. It's their throw to the line out. They must be accurate here. Get a nice throw, get it taken down and then attack. It's off the top, it's untidy. Now we have a chance through the midfield. defence coming up though and trying to shut him down, but Plymouth still have the ball. Penalty at the breakdown. Oh, what a very good kick from Callum Tito there to give his team a real chance to attack. Yet again, just a small stoppage for an injury break. Been a very physical contest here this afternoon. And there have been one or two injury breaks. And I note the Napier coach or a supporter right there in the middle of a small huddle there with the players, trying to give them a few words of encouragement. Not normally expected you'd see that, but nicely taken off the top. Good strong run here from Samuela Vicadula. Nice running lines there as he split the Napier defence. Good attacking opportunity here for New Plymouth.
That's because when they code it, they code it from when they put the ball
Yet
in.
again, a breakdown penalty against the New Plymouth team.
So when the scrums come together, they code it when they...
Quick tap and go. Napier looking to attack. Trying to break through the middle. The offload wasn't successful. There was a knock on there. Counter attack opportunity for two pass wide perhaps. Here we go. It's on the ground though. They just couldn't release that ball quickly enough from that turnover. It's good strong defence in the midfield to create that spillage of the ball. Scoreline still 12 points to 0. 31 minutes of running time, only about 4 or 5 to go in the second half. Napier playing now with 14 men. One of their players being red carded. I believe it was their captain, Max Radcliffe. So that's a 7-man scrum against an 8-man scrum here. So as we get a close-up of the scrum and the attack that will eventuate from it. Good shot there from Napier. They made it untidy. And a knock on at the back of the scrum as he was trying to clear that ball. Has given another scrum opportunity to the Napier side. So we have this breakage in play for another injury that has occurred to a New Plymouth Boys High player. We're not going to highlight that, we're just going to focus on the field as such. So he unfortunately will have to leave the field. Looks like he has a calf injury, a lower leg injury of that nature would appear. He's just relieved of his duties now. He'll be replaced. Good short side attack from Napier, but good chop tackle there also from Harry Fever, I believe it was. He got out there and put him under all kinds of pressure. Good leg speed there to take him to the ground. Napier now looking to attack yet again. One off runners. Fighting hard in the contact zone. Well done, Napier. Trying to get outside his marker there was that player. The whistle is gone. It's a penalty to Napier. Tap and go. Napier looking to attack out wide here. Excellent high shot, but a tap and go. Napier quickly trying to take the advantage. They can go through the middle, shunting on from behind. Short side, but they didn't find any extra spaces there. Plymouth covering both sides of the ruck well. They can go from Napier now as they try to steal a few more metres. Yet again on the short side, with leg drive coming in as well. Latching on as they march forward, going to ground. This is one of their strengths, Napier. They're going a little bit wider off the ruck this time. Napier still appear to have the ball under control at the back of this ruck. Halfback deciding which side he might attack to, but the forwards have taken over and it's pick and go to the line. Cam Hurley, the ref, walking around, checking what's going on. This time it's out wide, and yes, he will go over in the corner. Good cutout pass there on the short side. We don't have actual replays, but there was a good option there chosen. They had 4 or 5 attempts at pick and go, latching on, and when they couldn't quite break through, they chose a wide cutout pass to the player on the short side of the ruck. And over in the corner, that's the third try of this afternoon's match. Takes Napier out to a 17 points to 0 lead. We are running out of time though. It's I don't think Napier wishes to have the kick for goal. They've turned it down. As I said earlier, they're after the win and 4 tries if they can. They've got 3 on the board. 4 tries would give them 22 match points. And as I said earlier, got a possible chance to be contenders for the final in a couple of weeks' time. Other results have to go their way, of course, but it's Napier's final game. They don't have any more chances after this. They have 3 tries on the board, 17 points to 0. You can bet your boots that Napier will attack. They won't be kicking the ball away. But unfortunately, they dropped the ball. They were looking to get one of their players into space. Not to be. Alright, steady scrum here. Maybe they've gone to goal. Naughty scrum as Vakiodala sets up a runner close off his shoulder. This time they go on the short side. Strong resistance there at the breakdown as they're looking to get a pick and go. They're playing with an 8-man pack against 7. They're close to the line. And Plymouth will get the penalty. Tap and go. Looking for some space. They must score here if they do it right. Not able to do so. Good scramble defence from the Napier side. They'll come back for another penalty.
Chase the ball.
Quick tap and go has been chosen. They've got a score out wide now. Yes, they have. And good choice there chosen from Vakadula. Just tap and go.
Oh my God.
Probably wasn't on the mark, but
At least they got
nevertheless the
it.
ref let it go and a couple of passes out wide and a try in the corner. Good to see from you, Plymouth. They've stuck at their task all afternoon. It's been a tough old game out here today. They had a lot of first half without any possession, but they've strung together a good attack there. Applied good pressure to Napier and forced errors, allowing them to get into the
Because you're zooming and you're wobbling.
good
Oh,
field
good
position and
God.
eventually get a chance to score the try, which they have done. So we have the scoreboard that will read for 17 points to 5. This could well be the last moment of the match. And a very good kick through the middle. It won't allow New Plymouth to win the game, but it certainly closed the gap up. So it's a victory here today at the Gully Field in the New Plymouth Boys High School famous field. A win to Napier Boys High School by 17 points to 7. Just if I may make a quick summary of the game, I think Napier on balance deserved to win. They had a lot of possession in the first half. They didn't take the points when they were off of the strong defence of New Plymouth. Shut them down. The second half, New Plymouth came back into the game a lot more, had more ball to play with. It certainly shows that when they had the ball, they could attack. But a good win in the end for the Napier Boys High School, their final game for the season against New Plymouth here at the Gully Field. Napier running out winners 17 points to 7. Games to be played next week.
None at all. None at all.
Gisborne will be playing Tauranga. The Plymouth Boys side will be playing Rotorua here at the Gully Field. Hastings will be up against Hamilton, so make sure you get and watch the action next week for any of those 3 games on Maori Active. But for now, it's Kevin Gledel as your commentator today, signing off, and thank you for viewing.
Scoring and everything. They send us a link to this.
Oh, okay. So has that got a modem in it as well?
Right. It's
Oh, is it? Okay.
So I've got a shooting over to the other side of the school over there.
Yeah, yeah.